Hello children, in this video we will do prefixes and suffixes in English grammar. So children, what is a prefix? A prefix is a letter or a group of letters which is placed before the root word, which forms a new word with a new meaning, that is a different meaning. For example, happy. So we have the root word happy. So when you add the prefix un plus happy, that becomes unhappy. Similarly, we have agree. So when you add prefix dis plus agree, it becomes disagree. Next we have the root word fair. So when you add the prefix un it plus fair, it becomes unfair. Okay children, so what is a suffix? A suffix is a letter or a group of letters which is placed after the root word, which makes a new word with different meaning. For example, the root word hard. So when you add the suffix en, it becomes harden. Similarly, we have relate. So when you add tion, tion, it becomes a new word, that is relation. Next is friend plus ship, which becomes friendship. So these are a few prefixes. First one is un and the root word is happy. So in between we have the root words. So happy. So when you add un to it, it becomes unhappy. Next we have multi plus cultural, which becomes multicultural. Then dis plus respect, which becomes disrespect. Next is super plus market becomes supermarket. Auto plus biography becomes autobiography. Pre plus historic becomes prehistoric. Mid plus day becomes midday. Semi plus circle becomes semicircle. So when you add a letter or a group of letters before the root word, it is called as prefixes. Here we have a few suffixes. So the root word is enjoy. When you add ment to it, it becomes enjoyment, which is a new word. Similarly, we have beauty plus full. When you add the suffix full, it becomes beautiful. Heaven, ly, becomes heavenly. Extract plus shin becomes extraction. Soft plus n becomes soften. Clear plus ity becomes clarity. Drink plus able becomes drinkable. Employ plus e becomes employee. Home plus less becomes homeless. So these were all the suffixes. Whenever you add a letter or a group of letters after the root word, it is known as suffixes. These are most common prefixes. First one is anti, which means against. So the key word is anti-freeze. So we have the root word, that is freeze. So when you add the prefix anti, it becomes anti-freeze. Next is for, which means before. So when you add for to cast, it becomes forecast. Next we have in, im, il, ir, which means not. So when we add all these letters to justice, possible, legal, regular, it becomes injustice, impossible, illegal, and irregular. Next we have inter, which means in between. So when you add inter to act, it becomes interact. Next is mid, that is middle. So mid plus way becomes midway. Next is semi, which is half. So when you add semi to circle, it becomes semicircle. Next we have un, which is not. So when you add un to friendly, it becomes unfriendly. So here we have most common suffixes. So first is able or ible, I-B-L-E, which means ease. So when we add able to comfort, it becomes comfortable. Next is less, which means without. So when we add less to fear, it becomes fearless. Next is meant, which means action or process. So when you add meant to enjoy, it becomes enjoyment. Next is S or ES, which means more than one. So here we have the word books and boxes. Next is EN, that is made of. So we have the keyword wooden, wood plus en, wooden. Okay children, so here we have completed with the explanation. Let's do this exercise. The first one is add prefix to the root word. So first is legal. So legal becomes illegal. Next is polite. Polite becomes impolite. We have added im, impolite. Next is worker. So when you add a prefix to worker, it becomes co-worker. Next is trust. So we have mistrust. We have added mis, which is a prefix. Next is biotic. So we have antibiotic. We have added anti as the prefix. The next exercise, that is add suffix to the root word. Now we have the first word is friend. So when we add suffix to friend, it becomes friendship. It can also be friendly. Next is faith. So when we add suffix to faith, we have faithful. Next is punish. Punish becomes punishment. Next is attract. Attract becomes attractive. IVE, attractive. Next is hand. So when we add suffix to hand, it becomes handy or handful. Okay children, so with this we have completed with the explanation for prefixes and suffixes. Thank you for listening children. Take care.